Hey, we chose Merlin over Morgan with Faye. I just think Morgan's a little boring. We could Shrink Spell and grab all of these next turn. I think we will, although I don't know if that's correct. The idea being that usually this is correct, but with Merlin it's possible that it's better to try to grab one of the powers early and then cast a spell. In this case, we're actually not going to get punished because we get to cast a spell anyways. Huh. So, here I think actually I want to pause. The reason being, next turn we're only going to have 4 gold, so casting a free spell is super valuable. And even though we don't really want to buy any of these, I think the opportunity just to cast one free spell is probably going to be more worthwhile than anything else, and we basically get the roll for free. And I think we see one more minion overall, so I think this works out for the best. We picked Merlin over Morgan. I think she's just a little. We'll grab the tree here. We could grab the Mad Mims, but I'm not super excited about that. I think we'll just roll. Huh, and we'll actually triple our Mims here. Not our Mims, our... I don't want any of these. So we tripled the... I think it's called the Little Happy Tree or something on those lines. Wild Growth is good in some spots. Character health is fine. I think we'll just skip actually and grab a Sure Shot. She works very well if she gets buffed. Actually a fairly good board. The tree getting 4 health per turn is great, especially if it picks up a couple Merlin buffs. So far it looks like it got 2. Oh, Death Blow. This is I think a YouTuber I've seen. There's not a ton of... This game is Storybook Brawl, people playing right now. Making content, but I think Deathblow is one of the more prominent ones, and I've enjoyed some of their videos. Not that I haven't enjoyed the other, just that, I've watched some of them. Here, so we sort of do want to cast a spell. Unfortunately, we can't get too much stuff. I think we're gonna have to sell. So we can either sell the princess, which I'm not super stoked about, and buy Donkey and Good Witch. Donkey and Good Witch does provide a pretty strong board. Or we just buy a Donkey. What if we just buy a Witch, right? We buy a Witch, we pump it, we put that in front, we roll, and maybe we stop here. The idea being that, we have a strong front line now. And that... Oh, yeah, we're going to do a lot of damage because we have the extra thing. The idea being we have a strong front line. Our tree is just growing, which is great. But we got a Shadow Assassin. How did we get this? Oh, the Full Glory. Okay, so we're going to cast the spell because it grabs... Oh, I love some of these. I don't even know which ones I love the most. So I think we want to grab Cinderella here. Although, do we? The Goat and the Shadow Assassin aren't great here. I do love Shadow Assassin, one of my favorite characters, but we have no slays, and I think it's just a little bit tough to make that work. Although buffing a ranged character is great. We have a ranged character here. So I think I'm going to sell 2 of these and grab the Cinderella. And we're just going to do a little rearranging. It actually seems better to let the Sure Shot get some more buffs, and we'll just put the Cinderella up front. I don't think we're going to stop for the Eeny Meeny because we don't actually want any of these characters. We do want to cast spells, but this one we'd like to buff our existing characters, I think, rather than casting this. And we'd like to see a roll anyways. We don't love those characters. So. Ooh, they have a very big character here. Or they actually get punished because if their mims didn't have one attack, they would have been attacking with a ranged character, but since their mims had one attack, we got to attack off the ranged character. Wow. So we're gonna get a really nice triple here, and unfortunately, none of these do much of anything. We could take the ruby slippers. I think we might just want gold here. And one thing we could do is buff the transform the happy little tree. I don't think we're gonna do that though. It doesn't transform into anything interesting. I may just do it on the the tree back here, which actually just turns into a different support. Although one that's probably better with the what's this called? Sure shot. We'll buy another familiar for the chance of tripling, and I guess we'll buy another mims just because it's a double. Basically we wanted to cast a spell that gives us a buff. It also ticks down the Cinderella and it buffs the familiar. Getting one attack on this is bad for some reason similar to why it was bad for the last opponent. However, the baby root wasn't doing much for us. We didn't really need to buff the health of just random characters. We're better off buffing some of these attacks. And I think overall this will be stronger. We'd like to take this out before it starts spawning a bunch of characters. And yeah, we were able to do enough damage to it, it didn't survive. Our priority here is trying to get this pig to die. It looks like it will, just because, we have a bigger one. Wow, they have quite a few treasures. They're gonna grab some nice stuff. I mean, they're playing wet also. They're more likely to get treasures. And wow, here we get exactly what we need for some of these things. Characters +1 or lower. It does give us a buff. Here's the question of how much we care about it. We're at 4, so I think we keep skipping things. And I don't know if that's correct, but I just don't like taking bad things here. I think buffing the shop makes some amount of sense. And do we buff the tree? Does that make sense? Or do we could buy the princess and buff her. Yeah, why don't we do that? I keep getting trapped by this princess because I'm a sucker for it, but I think I will continue doing that. So we'll put her here. She'll have 14 attack. We'll put some rearranging. We want to buy something. What if it's just a lucky? Put the lucky in here. Just along these lines. It might be best to put. Yeah, what we should do is swap the 2 supports and put the sure shot first. That way she'll actually get to attack with her 8 attack. Oh, they actually got a slay off. We will too, though, which is great for us. We do seem well positioned to win the fight. Having this giant frontliner is great. We did a little bit of damage. We want to keep casting spells, hopefully to buff that up a little bit. Ooh, here's an opportunity to buff something up. This would be nice. Gives us a little more attack every turn. I wonder if we can reasonably do that. I mean, it means we want another Treant if we can. I think we will try to do that, and we'll cast the spell as well. Just, getting all our triggers, right? And let's look for another tree. We'll look for a mermaid. See, our backline's going to be full, though. We want to be aware of that. I think here I'm tempted to grab 2 blind mice. What we're going to do is move the tree over here. Something along these lines, I think, is our best bet. And then we could sell the lucky and grab 2 blind mice. The idea being that a third one of them is worth basically the net cost of this is 2 gold. And because you can sell them back. We paid 4 gold, we can sell them back. And if we find a third one, it's a 4 drop treasure, which is a pretty good rate. Ooh, they got the attack off. We did get the slay, which is great for us. They do have a Medusa just sort of lurking back there, though. We do have to be worried about that, and it's actually going to take out one of our bigger characters. Fortunately, it took out the smaller of our big characters, but I think we're going to lose this round. Oh no, we're going to tie it, look like? Yeah. So, we finally ran into someone who was able to do a little bit of work to us. So it's so tempting to grab this Wish Upon a Star. By tempting, I mean it's exactly what I'm going to do. You know, leveling faster, always great. Deal 1 to everything, not for us. Buy an Evo. No, we're just going to take the gold. We've taken so much gold, but I haven't felt that it's been the wrong decision. I'm going to grab the baby bear. It's very good up front here. The second bear would also be good, which is why I think we're going to pause. Ooh, and I like the apple bomb as well. We could put the apple bomb in front of... Actually, what if we do this? I think we're still likely to slay with 13. Did I just buff anything? We might need to be done with this tree. It might be time to transform it into something. So the idea would be we'll get the baby bear. We could get the baby bear and the apple bomb. We could buff both of them. We probably have to get rid of these other supports. At least one of them. Probably the Mims then. So we hope we win this fight, obviously, because we'll get the second level of our treasure. Oh, we didn't get the slay, but we did take out the Medusa, which is always huge. The only thing that could cause us trouble is a big spawn from the wombat. I think we're fine otherwise. We have a ton of stats on board. That is a great spawn for them, though. Wow, yeah, and it's value trading so well. Although if they only spawn 7 7/7s, we should be good here. Although we might be good. We might be trading. Oh no, we have a little bit extra because this was damaged. So we win the fight. We get an extra XP. We're gonna have to sell the sure shot here. I think we will grab the baby bear. And do we want to try to buff this? No, you know, I think the problem is we're gonna be going a different direction, and if we try to, we're probably gonna have to get rid of the elder here, so it's just not going to be possible to keep everything in. And yeah, I think that's the okay. So we're taking a book. The reason we're taking a book is because we're playing Merlin, and if you're playing Merlin, books have added value, and also because they're books the whole time, and things that are books are very strong in this game. And I think we're just going to make the book a good character. And we probably should have sold Treant first. So how do we get everything we want in? I think the way we do this is something along these lines. I'll swap this over. We really want this to trigger, so hopefully it does here. And I think this gives us the best shot at converting this round. Playing against the Jax or the Deathblow TV person. Well, they have an interesting board. I think their board's stronger than ours. The board does look, yeah, it looks pretty strong with the Romeo and Juliets. Wow, we just can't catch a break in terms of getting that to trigger. Yeah, I think we're gonna get taken down here pretty easily. Oh wow, especially with these terrible attacks. Oh wow, yeah, these are not great. Fortunately, we did take down a lot of the upgraded characters. They're already level 6. We'll just hit 6 now, which is fine. We'll cast the spell because it will trigger. Unfortunately, see, you gotta get rid of some of this bench stuff. I think it might be worth it to grab Lancelot here, try to put it in one of these slots. Are we done with the tree? Is that the issue we're having? No, maybe it's not. I sort of rolled before I gave it the full thought, but Ashwood Elm is very good with the happy little tree. And is a level 6 we could lean into. I don't know if it's a level 6 we want to lean into, but it is a level 6 we could lean into. Yeah, I think we'll grab it. At some point you have to grab decent characters. Ooh, buffing something. I think we might want to buff the Elm even. And this makes me want the Elder back. 1, 2, 3. Buying this. Something along these lines. We just done with the. Oh no, the bear's not doing anything here. Yeah, I don't love this, but I was running out of time. It's probably less running out of time than I acted like it, but I did a poor job of getting everything situated. And the tree also gets a buff, which is nice. Eventually we should get through these. So again, if they spawn a really good 6, we could be in trouble. Although we will probably get the chance to get a sleigh here. We do. We finally get this 3 drop and we can get rid of this thing, which was doing nothing for us, and we actually knock them out of the game. So that's good. We're moving up the ranking of, you know, how many people there are left. We'll just take a higher treasure. Hopefully we'll get the bear. The bear treasure would be the best thing we can get. I wonder if we just want the gold here. I think we do. I don't think we're at the point where we want to get a... Oh, Hercules is really interesting here. What are the chances it actually triggers? Say low. Yeah, I think we just want gold here. Oh, we'll take a Green Knight, it's called. Okay. The reason being it buffs. We can buff our Ashwood. We could also just get a broccoli. I'm not going to, but if you did, I think it would make a lot of sense. Could get this other broccoli. Or this darkwood creeper. Instead, I think I'm going to pause here. Grab these 2 for next time. The idea here is that we'll have several large tree folk, treants. I call them tree folk all the time. That's a tough one for us. We really need to take out this Medusa. Perfect for us. The issue we're going to have is that they have a lot of strong... Oh wow, yeah, they transformed our last character, huh? So, tough one, yeah, we're taking some losses here. Okay, and we're going to grab 2 strong tree folk, right? Treants, sorry, again. It's been moments. And I think I'll sell the good witch here. And put in... the Ashwoods. We took out all these baby bears, and I think I'll buff one of our Ashwoods. And yeah, we really need to pair something that will let us... I mean, these baby bears just didn't materialize into anything. That's fine. I mean, you can go down routes buying strong characters. If we end the game with these treasures, it would be quite a... You know, quite a mistake, I think, because we've passed on every treasure and we got a treasure map. The only relevant treasure we have so far in this entire game is Fairy Tale. We're unlikely to die from 22. It is possible, but it just seems unlikely. I think we'll put the monster book first. We'll see what spell we can get. We'll continue to buff these. Buffing, the 2 Ashwood Elms means that we buff all the attack of everything else, which is great. They have some really nice treants that we'd love to maybe grab a piece of later. Polymorphing the... Sorry, what was this? Donkey. It's pretty nice. And this treant is very big. It looks like ours are just bigger than theirs. I will knock them down to 3, so we'll probably have to play. Oh no, we actually get to take a pass on this one. We'll grab the Robin Wood. It's a nice ranged character and it's a treant. Ooh. We're not gonna pause on this obviously because we're not close, wasting so much gold. Okay, perfect. And I think we're just gonna cast a spell here rather than sell a bunch of stuff. This is good for a variety of reasons. We get a level 7 treasure, which I was really hoping would be round table, but instead a bunch of other things. I think we'll just take the highest attack character. Or do we take the Holy Grail here? No, I think we just have to take our highest attack character. And we'll want this Robin Wood in the front slot because it will get 100 or so attack from these two. And then we want, oh, I messed that up. Oh, Death Blow is the person we're facing. No, it only got 80 attack. That wasn't expected. I don't know why I thought it would be more. See, taking these attacks from this 18, even this 18 attack Court Wizard, you can see is fairly annoying. It just took down, our entire, front line. So Court Wizard, even without a lot of things, gets pretty big. How badly do we want this? I don't think we do. I don't think it matters to us. And I think we'd prefer to find... Okay, so all of our... we could get an evil twin of the Robin Wood. Yeah, I think we will. Because it is going to be... We keep running into these hotwood. The evil twin of the Robin Hood is... Robin Wood. That makes sense. The evil twin of the Robin Wood is just gonna get a ton of attack. Isn't this? Gives a treants attack equal to my health. So we should be getting 95 from these. Unless I'm just mistaken. Which I don't think I am. Actually, we can buff these two as well. Yeah, let's see if that works out or if I'm just making stuff up. So having two very buffed range characters is going to be good for us. And we're hoping that, we'll have enough health. I remember this person being very strong. It's not surprising. Okay, there we go. We got 100. Which meant they weren't able to slay. Medusa will be able to kill one of our things. We'll take. Oh, they have 3 Medusas? Yeah, that could be trouble, right? We will win this one. Actually, we'll take down the whole game, so that was sort of a weird game. It seemed like no one got super strong. I don't think we got super strong, but I guess we'll take it. Well, we got 106. It looked like, so at the beginning of the game, it looked like I only had 3,000 rating. I wonder if they reset the rating for some reason down to 3,000. But either way, we got a win that was sort of out of nowhere. The only treasures we had this whole game were Phoenix Feather was very good, although it was irrelevant. It triggered once at the end when it didn't matter, and Fairy Tale. But yeah, I mean, if you have the problem you run into a lot of times with the Treants is that they don't have enough health, but the little happy tree gives itself health, and getting a golden green knight meant that we sort of had enough health on, at least 2 of our characters to, do more than one trade, and then we got the 2 ranged characters where the health is not irrelevant, but less relevant because they can just attack without taking damage, and then when they get traded into, it's a way of getting an extra trade, and it looked like not a lot of opponents had spawning, so we were able to just trade 1 for 1 for the most part and just have a couple things be ranged or just survive one attack and take down the game. So pretty nice one.